Hello everyone. Today we are going to read the topic money and banking. So money and banking along with BOP are one of the most important topics from the economy section. In fact, if you look at previous year questions, every year you will see 2 to 3 questions being asked from these two topics alone. Okay, let's start with money and banking. If you read the NCERTs, you will get to know how money evolved over thousands of years. So earlier there was barter system, wherein suppose you had a bag of apples, okay, and you want a bag of rice for yourself. So you go to the market and you try to find someone who is willing to sell you that bag of rice and also want to buy that bag of apples from you. Okay, this is how the transaction was completed. So there were many problems in the barter system that are enlisted as follows. There is double coincidence of wants. That is, for example, you want a bag of rice, so you will have to first find someone who wants the bag of apples from you, and also who wants to sell the rice to you. Okay, the second problem is it is difficult to carry forward wealth. Imagine a situation where you have to carry your wealth in apples. First of all, the apples will get rotten, apples खराब हो जाएंगे आपके. Secondly, जो एक बहुत popular method था पहले भी और अभी भी, was to hold your wealth in gold. But imagine a situation अभी के time पे having to carry gold coins in your pocket while going for buying a packet of chips. The second is the absence of a standard unit of account. You don't know, like, how will you determine the marketplace ki how many bag of apples you have to give to buy a bag of rice. It is not a standard unit. Okay, so these problems were somehow solved by money. What is money? Money is the most commonly accepted medium of exchange. It is the most commonly accepted medium of exchange. So it solves these problems. Okay, there is the double coincidence of wants is solved. You just carry a 10 rupees note in your pocket and just go to the shop and buy a packet of chips. It is easy to carry. Okay, it is easy to carry. Thirdly, it is a standard unit of account. You know that this watch, you want to buy a watch, you know this is worth 1000 Indian rupees. You will carry that rupees with you and you will get that watch. Now, uh, now we'll read about demand demand for money. Okay, so demand for money is of two types. Firstly, there is transactive demand for money, and secondly, there is speculative demand for money. Okay, so transactive demand for money is money demanded as a medium of exchange. It means that you want something and you want to buy something and you are using the money as a medium of exchange. Let me explain this to you. Okay, first let's try to understand this equation. MT is equals to KT. MT is equals to KT, where MT is transactive demand for money. T here stands for total value of transaction in an economy. Total value of transaction in an economy. Okay. K. K is equals to 1 by V. V is the velocity of circulation, meaning how many times the money is changing hands. Okay. So MT is equals to KT. Therefore, MT is equals to 1 by V into T. MT is equals to 1 by V into T. Therefore, MT is directly proportional to T, meaning if the transaction in an economy increases, then money demand increases. Okay, I'll give you an example. Diwali के time you will see कि लोगों को ज़्यादा shopping करनी होती है, ज़्यादा मिठाइयाँ खरीदनी होती है, so the transaction demand for money increases. How? Because the transaction in the economy increases. लोग ज़्यादा transactions कर रहे होते हैं, तो demand for money increases. Okay. Secondly, velocity of money, that how many times the money is changing hands. Suppose in an economy the velocity is very high, so the transaction demand for money will be low, and in an economy where it is lower, So people do not spend very easily. So the transaction demand for money will be high. The second type is speculative demand for money. This was here in the transactive demand for money, the money was being used as a medium of exchange. In the speculative demand for money, money is used as a store of value. It is used as a store of value, meaning that if it is being stored as value, it can be stored as currency, it can be stored as demand deposits. Okay. In currency, there is no rate of return. Rate of interest is 0. In demand deposits, it depends. Uh, it can be in saving account. So there are different types of interest that it pays, but it pays some interest. Okay. What are the substitute for money? If you are not saving your value in money, then what is the substitute? The substitute is bonds. Okay, the bonds pay you a interest rate, let's say capital I. Bonds pay you interest rate capital I. So you will see that if the demand, if when you put the money in the bank, how much interest rate is it paying to me, and how much interest rate is the bond giving me. So based on that, you will speculate the market and you will store the money to have the maximum gain for your wealth. Okay. The other thing is, yes, so interest rate is the price of money. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so yes, so the bonds pays you an interest rate, and interest rate is the price of money, meaning that you are foregoing that much of interest rate in order to hold your value in money. Okay, so you are foregoing some amount of interest rate in order to hold your money in the form of money and not bonds. So if I increases, then money supply demand for money decreases. Okay, if you are given more interest rate in bonds, then why will you hold money? Okay, and if I decreases, then demand for money increases. If bonds are paying you less interest rate, hold more money. But till how much time will this continue?